My name is Alex Proud and I'm a gallery owner, nightclub owner, restaurateur, occasional TV presenter, man around town. I think that's most of it, so a fair bit. Don't forget 3 kids, wife, all that. That's probably a lot harder. And I'm not giving any advice on that. I was half German and ginger in the 1970s in Great Britain. That wasn't a great combination. Multiculturalism, heaven only knows what it was like for people who weren't white, but being ginger and half German was pretty bad, and I got the absolute bejesus kicked out of me on a regular basis. I was an academic. I mean, I think actually at the age of 12, I was really stupid, and we used to have something called common entrance back then, and I failed it miserably, but I got a bit of, I worked my backside off. And I think I only started to become intellectually confident probably when I was 16, 17, and I grew into my head, if that makes sense. And then I found life easier when I got qualifications. I think, like most people, it was a very long and windy road getting to where I am now, and an utterly unpredictable one. And that again is the key to my answer here, is that long and windy road and all the unpredictable doors that opened are the exciting bit of life, and that's why you keep going, because even when you're doing something that's a bit dull or boring, you have no idea who's walking in that door next, no idea who you're going to sit to on the tube next or bounce into when you're playing football or whatever. And life is about those opportunities, and you never know when that happens. If you're not in the game, trying and playing the game, you're never going to be in to get the rewards. If you ask me, do I need qualifications to get ahead? No, you don't need them. They make the journey a hell of a lot easier. It's about like having a driving license. You need one to drive a car, even though you might know how to drive a car anyway. My qualifications aren't that much use to my job, but I don't think I would have got here without them. And that's very difficult, I think, to concept, because actually, you know, A-level history and a political degree, what the hell? You know, have I ever used any of the above? No. But it opened doors for me at certain points, and opening those doors was critical to me getting here. So life, the road is easier with those qualifications than without, even if sometimes they seem like a waste of time. I think starting out is just incredibly daunting and frightening, and you just feel like you're just at the bottom of this huge pile or mountain. It's like sitting at the bottom of Mount Everest. It's really, really frightening. And I remember that feeling of inadequacy, no self-confidence. I'm just not up to this. I'm not going to be able to do this. And it's a bit like giving up smoking or something like that. You just have to confront the next 10 minutes. You know, you don't look at the whole thing. Don't sit there and go, how am I going to get to the top? And you just go, how am I going to get to the end of today and do quite well? And then the next day, how am I going to get to the end of today and make it better than yesterday? And then your ambitions get a little bigger. So think about a week, then a month. And then you start to look at a year or a career, but just start in little pieces. And don't forget to enjoy the ride, because, you know, the only destination is our grave. Okay, that's the only destination. That's where we end. It doesn't matter who you are, how rich you are, how poor you are, we all end up in a graveyard. And all we have is that journey and enjoying every day of it. And remember, like, I would give my left arm to be back to that boy I was with my youth, my looks, the excitement, everything I was going to experience. And you've got all of that ahead of you. I haven't. Yeah, you could want to be me. I'm kind of made quite a lot of money in theory. I don't know where it all is, the tax man. And in theory, I run a big company and employ a lot of people. But I want to be you, whoever you are watching this. I want to be you, young, all of it ahead of you. You can change everything every day, and all that joy and excitement ahead of you. It's a trip of a lifetime. It's better than any roller coaster in the world, and it's yours, and you can make of it what you please. Having a network of friends, people, acquaintances is vital if you want to get ahead. And not in a sense where don't suddenly get put down by that and go, oh, I don't know anyone. It's not that. It's about how you go about acquiring one, is maybe what I should say. Going about acquiring a network of people who are important to you is everything. And everyone, look at Facebook, everyone is 3 or 4 steps removed from someone else. Everyone knows someone who knows someone. And it's about exploiting, a friend of, the guy you play football with, the guy you sit next to in a pub. You have to exploit every possible link you have. Get their card, Make sure you keep a really clear database of those people when you met them, who they were, but also don't stalk them, because don't kill them. That's killing your network. You know the difference between showing a healthy interest, engaging that person, but knowing when that person will give you clear signals to back off for a while before you go back in seeking further help, advice, investment, job, whatever it is. As a kid watching this right now, maybe wants to be involved in the art world, and they want to be involved, and how do they translate wanting to be involved? And it's as simple as writing a compelling paragraph about what they could contribute to, say, my gallery, and writing that to my gallery owner, or writing it to me and being cocky enough to send it to me. I might ignore it, but I might not, and as it happens, I actually do read every email I get, and I will respond to them. If your paragraph is funny enough or interesting enough or appealing enough, at worst you're going to end up as an intern in one of my places, and at best that internship might turn into a job. About 50% of my staff are ex-interns. Getting onto the inside is putting your neck further out than anyone else would, contributing, giving more than anyone else would. Everyone could be on the inside if they want. Your social status, where you come from, I'm not interested. I'm really not. I'm interested in people who are aggressive, who want to get ahead, who believe they're better and good enough to do it. And I want those people, because those young people make my business what it is. Not me, them. You. My father's been a role model to me, because he's a self-made man who left school at 40 and has achieved everything through hard work, and achieved an enormous amount, and gave me an incredible education for which I'm forever grateful. I would say my father. I don't think I've always looked up to him enormously, and I've tried to emulate him and be half the man he is. And if I am, I've done well. Getting a job probably is a lot like chatting someone up. You have an exceptionally tiny window in which to impress someone, and actually I think it's a superb way of putting it, because that moment you know you're walking over to a girl in a club or a park or whatever, and you know that often you've got maybe 3-4 seconds where the decision's made, and it doesn't matter how funny you are after that moment. If it's gone wrong, you're dead. It's the same when you walk into maybe a job interview, just maybe a meeting. That person sizes you up. I don't size someone up anymore for the reasons it used to be, where you're wearing a suit. Some people will, your suit, your shoes. For me, it's how you handle yourself, the way you sit down, the way you say hello, your handshake. All of these tiny signals are vital. The first 30 seconds of any situation can often settle everything that goes after, even if people don't consciously know it. So get it right. The best career advice I was given was to make sure I enjoyed my job, and then worked incredibly hard at it. You need to be able to do something you feel passionate about and enjoy eventually, maybe to begin with not, and you need to work very hard to get to that opportunity. The joy and pleasure is everything in life. Working hard comes hand in hand with that. They very rarely are separate.